Hello and welcome to my channel today, Boo Snakes and More. Today we're going to be reading the story I'm writing called Mystery Fish Adventure, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And for more videos like this, watch my other half channel, A&A Snakes and Stuff, my youngest son's channel, Henny's Toys and Games, or my oldest son's channel, Little Chris 10. Now let's dive into the video. The morning fog clung low over Utica, Michigan, curling around the glass walls of the Reptarium like something alive. Inside the hum of filters, heat lamps, and reptile enclosures blended into a familiar symphony. Brian Balchak stood in front of a massive tank, arms crossed, grinning in that way that usually meant trouble. "All right," Brian said, glancing over his shoulder at the camera. "Today we let Steve pick the mystery fish." From across the room, Steve Bashy raised both hands. "Listen, I've got a good feeling about this one." Jay, who was elbow deep in maintenance on a nearby enclosure, didn't even look up. "That's exactly what you said last time." Brian laughed. "Yeah, and we ended up with lionfish that tries to turn the tank into a war zone." Steve shrugged. "Worth it. The mistake." By noon, the delivery had arrived. Crates, lots of crates. Brian sliced one open carefully. Inside, a flash of silver and blue darted through the water. Brian sliced one open carefully. Inside, a flash of silver and blue darted through the water. "Whoa, okay, he said, leaning closer. "We've got French angelfish." Another crate opened. "Green angelfish too," Jay called out. Steve clapped. "Told you it'd be awesome." Then the third crate opened. Everyone paused. A long, sleek predator glided through the water. Brian blinked. "Steve, is that a barracuda?" Steve hesitated. "Technically, it's a barjack." Jay finally looked up. "That's not better." Chaos in motion. Within hours, the tank looked like a reef on steroids. Angelfish weaving through the water, flame corners flickering like embers, and a lionfish hovering like a floating warning sign. And then a ripple. From the bottom of the tank, a cow-nosed stingray lifted off the sand, gliding upward like a living kite. Brian's jaw dropped. "You got stingrays too?" Steve grinned. "Mystery means mystery." Jay shook his head. "This is not a mystery. This is a disaster waiting to happen." Meanwhile, at home, across town, Lori Balchak stood in the living room, staring at a brand new aquarium, empty for now. Noah leaned against the doorway. "So, angelfish, right?" Lori nodded. "Something calm, peaceful, beautiful." She paused. "Not whatever your dad is doing right now." Noah laughed. "Yeah, that tank's probably already illegal in 3 counties. The Reptarium below. Back at the Reptarium, things were just as busy below the fish tanks. Rows of snake racks stretched along the walls, each drawer holding a cored ball python in perfect stillness. Brian gently opened one drawer. Inside, a clutch of eggs. "Look at that," he said softly. "Perfect." Jay walked over, wiping his hands. "That's the yellow belly female, right?" Brian nodded. "Yep. And if everything goes right," he smiled, "we're gonna get some incredible babies." A tear in reality. Suddenly, the lights flickered. The water in the massive tank rippled unnaturally. Steve blinked. Brian." A shimmer appeared in the air above the tank, like heat waves but sharper, thinner. Then it split open. A glowing fracture in reality itself. From the tear stepped something impossible. A figure wrapped in vines that shimmered like starlight, crystalline fern. Behind her, shadows poured into the form of energetic eclipse, their presence bending the light around them. Jay froze. Okay, that's new. Brian stared wide-eyed but not afraid. I've had weirder days. Worlds collide. Crystalline Fern looked around, her gaze settling on the tank full of chaotic marine life. You've created an imbalance, she said calmly. Steve raised a hand. In my defense. No, Jay cut in. No defense. From the shadows, energetic Eclipse spoke, voice like a whisper in the void. This word intersects with another. Your actions rip her further than you understand. Brian tilted his head. You're saying my fish tank is messing with the universe? A beat. That tracks. The koi pond awakens. Outside, the koi pond waterfall roared louder than usual. Water surged upward instead of down, spiraling into the air like a reverse storm. Noah, who had just arrived, stopped in his tracks. Yeah, okay, that's definitely not normal. From the swirling water emerged shapes. Creatures not of this world, the freaky fellas. Strange, monstrous, and oddly curious. They peered at the koi fish below. One of them poked the waterfall. It poked back. The reptiles stir. Inside, the gargoyle geckos clung tighter to their branches, eyes glowing faintly. In the snake racks, the ball python shifted restless. Something was changing, something big. Fixing the mistake, Crystalline Fern stepped closer to Brian. To restore balance, you must choose harmony over chaos. Brian looked at the tank, at the lionfish, at the stingrays, the barjack, then at Steve. You're never picking mystery fish again. Steve sighed fair. Jay smirked finally. A new beginning. Hours later, the tank was reorganized, balanced, carefully cultivated. The portal sealed with a soft hum, and the strange visitors faded back into their world. Outside, the koi pond waterfall returned to normal, gently cascading as if nothing had happened. Back at home, Lori added the first angelfish to her new tank. It drifted gracefully through the water, calm and elegant. She smiled. This is more like it. Final shot. Back at the reptarium, Brian stirred in front of the now stable tank, camera rolling. All right, guys, he said with a grin. Today we learned something important. He glanced at Steve. Never let Steve pick mystery fish. Steve crossed his arms. I still say it was awesome. Jay laughed. It almost ended reality. Brian nodded. Yeah, definitely awesome. Thank you for watching this video and peace out till the next one.